What's up, y'all? I have been getting a ton of questions about what is inside of my DJ backpack. This is the bag that I roll with to every single event, so we're gonna run through pretty well every single pocket I got in here. Maybe I'm gonna be able to remove some stuff. My goal for 2025 is to really streamline my process where my bags aren't a million pounds, because I'm always rolling with so many cables that you pretty well don't have no need for anymore in today's day and age. So let's jump right into it. First thing, this is an Odyssey backpack. I've had this backpack for probably almost 10 years and it's still incredible quality. Like, all of the zippers still zip like no problem. I don't have any jam ups. None of the zippers are broken. So this was a solid backpack. If you guys are ever looking for one, this one's killer and it has everything that you need. So first things first, the best thing in my bag right here, we got a MacBook Pro. I think it's an M2. If you guys want to know the exact specs that I have, just let me know. I will drop it in the chat. But I can run stems on load. I can run everything. And the only thing that I'm going to say about a MacBook, I hate Mac products. I don't have an iPhone. I don't have a... Well, I do have a MacBook Pro, but I don't have like a Mac upstairs. I don't use the Mac for anything. On the rare occasion, I might go on the internet with this when I'm like on a Sunday, I'm really tired and I just want to kind of work on the couch. At that point, I might use the MacBook for that. But other than that, this is solely for DJing. I use Windows upstairs. I got a Galaxy phone that's an Android that's recording right now. I do not like Mac products, but I will be the first person to say that this is just an investment. It runs Serato 100 times better than Windows runs it. There's no glitches. I'm never gonna get a virus. I'm never gonna be shutting down. And most importantly, I am never gonna have a crash. Like, I haven't had a crash in probably 10 years at a live event. If you think about a crash, you get one crash at one wedding, that's probably gonna cost you a wedding. This whole laptop cost me $3,000. That's the price of almost one wedding. So if I destroy someone's wedding, I'm not gonna get a referral to the next wedding, and that is $3,000 out of my pocket right there. And imagine if it was like 2 weddings, 3 weddings, 4 weddings. If you really break this down, this thing cost me $3,000. It's like probably the mid-grade, whatever it is, I don't know. I don't know the specs. I don't care about the specs. All I know is it runs Serato good. But if it's $3,000, that's about $250 a year. That's about $25, $20 a month, give or take, for the, I would just call it insurance, that you're never gonna have an issue, you're never gonna have a crash. You just have a solid laptop running your DJ program. You're not scared that it's gonna break down at any moment. Do yourself a favor. My last MacBook lasted me at like 12 years. So go do the math on that. And then I sold it for another $400 because it was still in immaculate condition. So please go do the math on that. Go figure it out and then figure it out for yourself. If you're just at home, just DJing by yourself, doing your own thing, then you don't need a MacBook. Like, you can literally use anything you want. If there's nobody paying you for your DJing, you can use any system you want. But once you're a fully paid DJ, you can never risk having a problem. So this is just my recommendation. I have a MacBook. I would probably get a MacBook. But again, your life, your rules, you do whatever you want. Behind that, I just got, back in the day when I was a new DJ, I always carried what was this? The top 200 most requested songs in 2017, the top 50 most downloaded tracks of 2013. So this is going way back in time. But I just have them just in case. Say you're at an event and you're just like, you don't know what to do. Your brain is falling apart. You just pull this out, start looking through it, and it's like, oh yeah, this is a smasher. Suit and tie, blurred lines, started from the bottom, get lucky. All hits. So you always want to kind of have some hits at your fingertips. The way I say to build your crates is all killer, no filler. Like, build these sheets into crates, put them on your laptop, and you're good to go. Whatever you got to do, just make sure that it's good music that people want to hear. The biggest lie of DJing is that you get to play the music that you want to. Absolutely not. Unless you are like a world famous DJ on some stage like Diplo, playing your own tracks, then you can do that. If you're like going to a club to play the music that they're paying you to play, then no, you don't get to do that. You're gonna play the music that they want you to play. I'm having that issue right now where like I gotta play this hip hop. I don't like new hip hop at all. I kind of hate it. And my last gig, I just like from 12 o'clock to 1, I'm playing like the Sexy Red and stuff, and I just found myself getting into this hole of like, what am I doing? Why am I playing this stuff? And I was like destroying my own energy. So it's something you got to kind of like figure out. I got to figure out a way that I can play this without like getting upset with myself. Once I moved into the dance hall, it was like a breath of fresh air. Energy came back. But it was like for that 1 hour, I was just like in this hole, not knowing what to do. So too long, didn't watch. You got to figure out your music, all killer, no filler. On to the next pocket. Now this is like my go-to pocket. It's big, full of stuff. And first things first, we got our phone charger. I just have this regular charger so that I can plug in almost anything. Now, a lot of my power bars also have them, but it's always good to just have that on you. Next up, auxiliary cable. If you don't got an aux cable, what are you doing with your life? You need an aux cable at all times. Next up, I didn't talk about this, but this is my sticker light bag. It is on the cover of my laptop here. It was okay. It's a sticker light. It glows. It does like its LED thing, but I don't know. I can't really recommend this product. I've had a lot of problems with it. It's very delicate. Like if you're plugging it in the wrong way and you bend it a couple times, all of the leads are gonna break and then you're kind of out of it. So I can no longer recommend this product. Sticker light, if you're watching this, get your stuff fixed and send me some new stuff. Or I'm just gonna kind of badmouth your product from the end of time. But either way, this is my bag for that. I just gotta charge up a little power block, plug it in, and we're good to go. Next up, you got your MacBook charger. This thing never leaves my bag, ever. If you've watched any of my Black Friday videos, you know I talk about having a backup. That thing never leaves, so I know that like there's never gonna be a problem. I don't care if my laptop is charged at home. That just means it's time to put it away and go back to work on myself, but that will never leave there. Next up, we got my little mismatched cables here. So we got ourselves a straight through aux cable. So this is a straight through aux cable, 1/4 inch to aux. So if I just want to plug myself into a speaker, I'm good to go, or whatever I kind of need to do. And I also have a XLR to mini jack. So this is the same thing. This will be your aux cable. You can kind of plug it into anything, wherever you want. It's just different ways to connect it. I'll always tell you to have like as many connectors as you have, because you don't know what you're getting into. Unless you're always using your own gear, which is rare. There's a lot of times you're gonna go to venues where they got gear and you kind of just gotta figure it out. Always have adapters. I can't tell you the times that I've been like getting to a gig and now I gotta go find a Long & McQuaid or like a Guitar Center and find this one little adapter because I didn't have it. Don't ever put yourself in that situation. It's terrible. Next up, you got the mic that I'm wearing right now. So this is the DJI mics. I would really recommend these. If you watch my Black Friday videos, I actually recommend cheap Chinese ones as well. I think they're newer, however you pronounce that. But either way, whatever one you get, these things are clutch. Like they work super well just for right now, like recording YouTube. You could be a YouTuber as well. Like everyone has a different perspective on life, a different way that we all do things. Don't ever let someone tell you that you can't do YouTube or you're not smart enough to do YouTube or you're not cool enough. I'm just some nobody from north of Toronto in the middle of nowhere who's literally built an entire brand online. I got a lot of haters, a lot of people who don't like me, and they don't even know who I am. They just hate me because I kind of came in and took over some pieces of the game and I have no backup, no clout to shout that out, but it's all because I just put myself out there. Anybody can do this. Don't let someone tell you you're not smart enough or you're not cool enough or you're not popular enough. Anybody can do this. Go watch one of my initial videos, like one of my first videos. They're terrible, terrible, terrible. All of them are really bad, but they still get views. They're still making me money and they're still getting me subscribers. So whatever you got to do, just do it. Don't let any haters ever tell you you're not good enough to do this or you're not smart enough to do this. It's all bullshit. Anybody can do anything. So get yourself a pair of DJI mics. My phone right now is recording me like you have a phone. You just get yourself a mic. Mics are the most important, more so than any video. Mics are the most important thing that you're gonna need. And then just inside of here, this all comes with it, but you got like your power cord, you got another auxiliary cable, you got windscreens, and then I should have, no, I might have moved it. So see, this is a bad move on my part. I do have my phone connector that would go like into the bottom of the phone here. Normally that's in here just in case, because like, you know, anything can happen. You can run into any situation. Now that is now missing, so I gotta go find that and get it back in this case because that's where it goes. If not, I have no clue where it is right now. Next up, I just got, these are literally just lapels for that. I keep that in this bag anyways because when you run into an officiant, some officiants are like, I need a lapel, I need a handheld, I need a mic stand. I don't roll with a mic stand, but I gotta make sure that I have one if they need it. Worst case, I got these lapels. This will plug right into this mic if you want. Wire it up so they can't see it. It's just like a basic lapel. You can put like, there's a double connector in here. So it's good to just have. These things are probably like 50, 100 bucks. Like throw them in your bag, buy it once, you never need them again. Just smart to have something like this. Oh, and then here, I bet half of you guys don't even know what this is. Let's open this up. This is a Shure. This is my Shure needle case. So I got 2 effing needles. Like, how crazy is that? I know people, you wouldn't even know what a needle does. So I always still to this day, like if there's a day I show up to the club and there's like Tech 12 sitting there, my mind is gonna be blown. I'm gonna say, oh my God, this is the best gig of my life. So I just have them in case. Next up, what do we got right here? Boom, I've told you guys once, I'll tell you again, you need to have something like this, just a USB-C connector. You never know, like you just don't know what you're getting into. Have these things available. This thing cost me 20 bucks probably, and it just sits in my bag and I never have to worry about anything. It's just here, ready to go. And the last piece of gear in here, we got our XVive wireless XLRs. These things are killer. I'm not gonna really talk on them. They're just wireless XLR cables. So if you ever got a run where it's like cables would be draped over the ground, just plug these things in. They're battery powered. I've used them for a solid 6 hours, 0 dropouts, like they work very well. I have a video on these already, so go check out the XVive wireless XLRs or just buy them. You will not regret this. Solid product, super cool. And they work for mics too. I've used them as wireless mics before where you just plug it into a speaker, plug it into your mic, and you're good to go. Obviously, it's not gonna look very cool if you got your mic here and this thing underneath it, but worst case scenario, you have an option to literally turn any mic into a wireless mic. So just have them in case, you never know. Got ourselves a screwdriver. You never know when you're gonna need a screwdriver. I'm gonna call this video like you never know. That's what this video is about, just having stuff because you don't know what you're gonna run into. I bet none of you guys know what these are. These are Serato discs, the CDs. So if you got CD players, you will put this in and it's just got the tone on it, it just has the tone on it so you can use it in CDJs. I would assume 80% of you guys never even used that before. And then last but not least in here, we got high fidelity earplugs. Watch your hearing. I can't hear anything. My favorite words were, what? What? Can you say it again, pardon? What? Those are my favorite words. They shouldn't be your favorite words. My girlfriend hates me because that's all I say all the time. Even if I kind of heard her, it's just like giving me a time to like think about it. Oh yeah, okay, so she said that. Your hearing, once it's gone, it's gone. That's it. Like I've been deaf for quite some time, but these things are called the earpieces. I'm gonna link them in the comments. So if you guys need some, just grab them. They're not too expensive. Everything's in here. It fits perfectly. Nothing's bent, nothing's moving. Super important. Take care of your gear. Your gear will take care of you. And then just on my side pockets right here, important. Boom, deodorant, boom, second deodorant. You never know, you never know. We got some Advil. I'm not a fan of ever taking Tylenol or Advil, but you know, sometimes you show up and you're just like not feeling it. Have yourself some Tylenol because you know, the show must go on. Some chapstick. Then we just got some wet wipes, wet wipes, wet wipes, and some more Advil because, say it with me, you never know. All right, now my second final pocket. This is more of like my go-to pocket. So you're gonna see right out the gate, this is my Serato cable. You've seen it on the Black Friday videos. Like I got them. I'm not bullshitting nobody. Get yourself a Serato cable. And then I got my hard drive cable. And then boom, got my Samsung T7 SSD. One of the best investments that I've ever bought for a hard drive. Like I couldn't be happier with it. Bang, we got my OG Lacy hard drive. Boom. This is now my backup just in case anything ever happens. Rolls with the cable as well in a protective case so that one day, like knock on wood, never happens, but my hard drive goes, got one right here, and reminding me I need to back this thing up to somewhere else. Like normally I have probably 4 backups. None of them are really up to date, so you should keep like one up to date every month, probably back it up. For me, I've stopped kind of backing up because the music these days, like it's so here today and gone tomorrow and never coming back that I don't care. Like all of my original, like my good crates, my wedding crates, I have full backups of those. But like music today is so like, it's so stupid that no one cares about it in 6 months from now. So it's not a huge deal to me if I lose it. But again, it's not good. You should always have backups. And then I just got more cables. So that's it for the important pouches. In here, there's gonna be like a pouch of just cables, and we're gonna go through that. But first, I'm just gonna show you, boom, here's like the real Control vinyl CDs. So this is the Serato one, right from Rain, the OG one. If you don't know about this, you gotta learn about this. Killer, killer, killer. And then I just have like an invoice book because you never know. Like now I'm a real business with like real invoices and stuff. But if you check here, Houston's, a restaurant. I've been writing invoices for quite some time, and like you never know. If you don't have a full system set up, you gotta have some invoices. Keep them with you just in case. And to pair with that, got some receipts, right? So just in case, because you never know what you're gonna run into. Some people are very tight. They need a receipt, they need an invoice. You gotta be ready to hand that over if they need it, or you might not get paid. So now here is my last pouch full of cables. First things first, we got pens on pens. We got some Sharpies, pens, batteries, just in case. We got a floating pen. All right, now I just pulled everything out of there. This might be the actual day that I get rid of a bunch of these because like you're never gonna run into this anymore, but this is just like your classic USB cable. I'm gonna keep one of those. I'm gonna get rid of the rest of them. Like here's another one. I'll keep the longest one. It's probably this one. This one can go away for now. These are RCA cables. If you don't know what an RCA cable is, this is back in the day, 500 years ago. We used to have red, white, and sometimes yellow. Like if you ever had a TV that needed a yellow, that's your video. Then you got your left and right. This is how we used to do things. Like I have got a lot of actually more USB cables. Another Y cable. So that one's gonna stick. I'm just gonna keep 2 of these. So 1, 2, the rest go away. Just 2 in case something ever happens because boom, you never know. Got myself a Y cable, which is the aux cable. I already have another one in here. This is my backup. I'm gonna keep 1 of these. This is like, I guess like a male to female Y cable. I'm gonna keep 1 of these. This one can go. This is actually a 1/4 inch to Y cable. You know what? I'm just gonna keep that one too. I've probably done this and kept it all because I'm unable to ever give stuff up. Oh, this pocket right here, super, 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 super important if I can get them out. So we got our smart tag, Samsung smart tag. If you got an Apple, get yourself an Apple iTag, put it in your backpack. Someone ever steals your thing, like you gotta hide this somewhere. Nobody's going through my cable bag. Maybe that's why I have all these extra cables. It's not too many. I can get rid of these 2 for sure. 3, I can get rid of these 3 for sure. I don't need more than 1. I already have a bunch of extra, but right here we got our USB, regular USB to USB-C because now every computer has USB-C. Get one of those, get yourself an Apple iTag, and you hide this anywhere you can hide this. I've thought about actually like cutting open the bag somewhere and sliding it in, but granted, like knock on wood again, no one's ever touched my stuff. And boom, we just got more of these. So it's only a couple cables. I'm just gonna keep those. I got another USB cable. Back in the day, like this is what we had. So I have a bunch of them. I don't think I need a bunch of them anymore. Like it's time to grow up, time to move on. I don't need multiple of these. So I at least got 5 cables out of my bag. Oh, this is just like another conversion box. So if you need it, RCA in, you can go out as well, or you can go in. This will go either way, which is dope. So killer, always have a conversion box. Tape, if you need it. And then if you don't know what one of these things are, I don't know how to help you. Headphone to 1/4 inch. We'll talk about it very soon. And boom, our very last 2 pockets. So as I said, you got your headphones. These things never come out. Like, this is probably the first time I've taken them out of this pocket all year. I never rock headphones. I've just got to a point where I know how to beat match. I don't need it at all, and I don't really rock headphones anymore. But these are the HDJ 1000 Gold Edition, super fire. And as I just said, if you don't know what one of these are, this is your headphone connector. Tighten it up. But when we have DJ controllers, now everything kind of uses mini jack. It can use mini jack. Even my Rev 7 uses mini jack. Back in the day, all mixers used to be 1/4 inch. So it's just a connector cable. They're good to have, just to have on you in case, because you might be able to use this for something else as well. So have these on you, just have them around, and get some extra ones just in case. And that one has its own headphone pocket. That's why I love this bag so much. Everything has like a very specific pocket. The laptop has a very specific laptop pocket. And then my final bag right here, my bag full of batteries. I gotta go through these, test out which one works. So I'm gonna leave this out because that's the only way to kind of figure things out. Leave the batteries out. I got battery testers. I'll find out what's good, what's not, throw away the rest. Boom. What else we got? Of course, you gotta have some cards. Got a card package just so it looks nice. I got another headphone connector because you never know. I got two fader caps because, you know, you might lose one while you're playing with it. They've now started making them a lot better. Back in the day, like, these fader caps would fall off of everything. If you're scratching, eventually these caps are gonna come off, but I have a couple just in case that ever happens. It used to happen a lot, doesn't happen anymore. They've really fixed that. And that's all. So thank you guys for rocking out with me. This is everything that I got in my bag. All of the links to everything will be below in the comments. And if you have any questions, make sure you reach out. See you on the next one. Let's go.